Hey ladies! Welcome back to my channel. It's your host London Lamborghini, and in today's video I'm talking about something that used to terrify me, the corporate world. As a autistic adult, I thought I wouldn't fit in. I was worried that interviews would be these social minefields and that collaborating with colleagues would be a constant struggle. Looking back, now I know that was just the voice of anxiety. Interviews can be nerve-wracking for anyone, but for me, I felt alienated and unsupported, so I was afraid I would be incapable of holding my own. Because autistic people are information-based processors, we automatically fear what we don't know. And if we are going to do something, we need to know all the steps before we proceed. So not having anyone to demystify the process made it beyond terrifying. Even though, yes, I did have family members, actually every single one in my family, with experience in the corporate world that could have answered my question and they could have eased my anxiety, I wasn't at a place to trust them enough to be vocal and honest about my physical and mental disabilities. So instead, I tried to figure it out on my own and failed miserably. Luckily, now I'm more open about my autism and I can lean on my family to support me in my job readiness journey. But some people don't have that. So I made this video and a bunch of other videos so all the sexy black girls can get to the bag, no matter your background, age, or disability.
Okay, so I've been getting this question a lot, and I'm gonna tell you guys how I got my job at Microsoft without even applying for it. A recruiter reached out to me on LinkedIn, and I'm gonna show you guys like how I got it through LinkedIn. So the secret recipe was that I actually made myself super visible on LinkedIn. So I updated my profile, pictures, everything, descriptions of my roles and everything. And I also use this feature. So you go to your profile, you put open to and finding a new job feature. And you just put the type of title that you want. So I put the title, I picked the location, and I also picked if I want to be full-time or contract. I put contract on mine. And this lets recruiters know that you're open to work. A recruiter from a staffing agency that works with Microsoft reached out to me because I end up doing this. And guys, I've been applying for jobs for months and heard nothing until I started doing this. And my last tips is to really build genuine relationships with people on LinkedIn. Outreach. Reach out to your network. The best way to get your foot in the door in the tech industry, if you're non-technical, would be to apply to roles that you're already doing right now. So if you're a social media manager, I would definitely apply for social media strategy roles or any digital marketing roles within the tech industry. Personally, I was in the media industry before tech. I was a video producer, and I applied for roles like video content, project management, or any marketing type roles. And that's how I was able to land in, because there's many of transferable skills that you can put on your resume. So if I was working in social media, these are the type of roles that I will apply for.
Go for the job. Apply to that role. Ask for that promotion.
Okay, so this right here is 100% facts. If you have not watched the video before this, please stop what you're doing. Go ahead and watch it and then come back to this one. But I just want to share with you guys my experience and a few other people I talked to about this. So right after I graduated college, I had an internship with a well-notable company. And I met an engineer while I was there, and he was pretty seasoned in his career, about 10 years or so. And I was getting a lot of career advice from him, like how he was able to navigate into that role and da-da-da-da. This man told me that he did not go to college. He only had a high school diploma. All that he did was apply to the role. And he interviewed and he got the job. He had no certifications or any past experience. So, ladies, when I tell you guys, apply. We are definitely more qualified than what we think we are. And it's time for us to start taking up space. All right, so this is such a good question, and there's a big difference between the CAPM and the PMP based on several reasons of qualifications and also your end goal. So with the CAPM, it's for people who are wanting to go more of the entry level way into project management. So this really does qualify you to work on project teams, while the PMP is the top project management cert, and it qualifies people to work on larger and bigger complex projects. And so, with both of these certs, you do not need a degree whatsoever. However, pairing it with one is very beneficial for you. So, with the CAPM, you only need 23 hours of project management education paired with either a high school diploma or with your associate's degree if you have that. And then with the PMP, you have several options. So, let's say if you have a bachelor's degree, you need to pair that with 36 months of real life project management experience. If you don't have a degree, you need 60 months of real life project management experience. Or you can, if you already qualified and you already got the CAPM and you passed it, you have that cert, you can also use that to qualify for it. And then you can also do 35 hours of project management education to qualify for it. So there's no right or wrong with which one, it's better or not. I really feel as though like just really getting one based on your needs for right now. So if you're thinking more long term, I do recommend getting the PMP. But if you're still in school, you're trying to build your experience up, then I do recommend getting the CAPM. So hopefully that answers the question. Feel free, you guys, to like and comment. You guys need to know anything else. Networking very early in college really does give a jump start to how your career is going to pave out right after you graduate. In my opinion, I definitely didn't utilize networking as early on as I should have. I networked my senior year and I was like kind of cramming. I'm like, oh my gosh, I need to find a job. So I need to meet as much people. I need to go to job fairs. I was just trying to cram everything in once. But for those that are still in college, I really do highly, highly, highly encourage you guys to, put yourself out there, utilize LinkedIn, build network across the board, network with your peers, people in your classrooms as well, network with your professors, go to a lot of job fairs, go to conferences, because we all know networking is really the shortcut to success. And I really wish I would have done it earlier because I definitely could have had an internship earlier in my college years as well. I didn't get my internships till my senior year. So yeah, those are still in college. Network, network, network.
So a lot of people have been asking me how I managed to pivot into the tech industry with little to no experience, and I'm here to explain how. And I do want to make it clear that I was extremely dedicated in this process, and I definitely invested a lot of money, okay? I see a lot of people kind of expecting things to be handed to them, and nothing was handed to me, okay? So you're going to have to put in that work, boo-boo. I was a teacher for 5 years before becoming a sales development representative and slowly transitioning as a tech analyst. The first thing I did was identify which role aligned closest with my current and previous work experience. For me, I knew that I love working with customers, so I knew something such as customer success manager, tech support, or even sales development representative would be beneficial for me. And I was also fully aware that those positions didn't require a lot of experience, so I knew it wouldn't be super duper hard to get in, although it was still a challenge. Now, if you're interested in a different role where you have literally zero experience, I would say you might have to put in a little bit more work, okay? So I do know a lot of you are unfamiliar with the many different tech roles, so I did create a downloadable PDF that includes 25 different tech roles, their duties, and certain course/cert recommendations if you wanted to check that out. Once I identified which role, I started taking courses/classes on that specific role. The purpose of this is to demonstrate eagerness to the company, along with show them that you are already familiar with the fundamentals with the role, although you do not possess hands-on experience. And for me specifically, I was literally in maybe like 5, 6, 7 programs. Okay, so it's very hard for me to tell you which one, but I will include every program in my Stan store. And I'll also create separate videos explaining each program in depth and my opinion about it. As far as the certs I do have an SDR cert, a project manager cert, a scrum master cert, an IT cert, okay? I probably am missing some, but I have a lot of certs, okay? But I will say, although some of the programs I was registering in had the ability to offer me a job once I completed my certifications, I took it upon myself to not solely rely on those programs to give me a job, as they may have came way later than I wanted it to. And that's actually how I landed my first 2 roles. I put in the work myself. But also you have to realize you're not the only person taking their classes. So realistically, they might not offer you a position right away. So if you're impatient like me, put in that work yourself, sis. And every single morning I would apply before I went into work, as that's typically when jobs will post new roles. But there's so many great programs out there, such as Coursera, Course Careers, Udemy, Springboard, etc. But like I said, I will make another video explaining each one in depth. Next would be altering your resume to align with the role that you're aiming for. Every bullet point must point out that you are indeed capable of doing this job and possess transferable skills along with their certifications and courses you've just taken, right? If you're needing guidance on your resume, I did create a few pre-filled resume templates in my Stan store if you wanted to check that out. The next thing I did was master the interviewing process. And I keep using the term master because it is 100% vital in this process. It's so easy to mess up with one simple question, all because you aren't prepared. Example, let's say I'm trying to become a customer success manager. They're going to ask, why are you interested in becoming a CSM? My response would be, I'm interested in becoming a customer success manager because after reviewing the job description, I see that you're looking for a candidate that possesses effective communication, has the ability to work on a team, and has the ability to work in a fast-paced environment. That being said, along with my current work experience, I'm constantly demonstrating effective communication when communicating with the kids and the parents, along with collab with different teachers and administration at my school. That being said, I felt I possessed multiple transferable skills that will allow me to execute the duties associated with this role, right? You looking like, what did she just say? I know. So it is extremely important to learn how to interview, guys. So I did create a few downloadable PDFs that include interview questions and answers in my Stan store if you wanted to check that out. I also polished up my LinkedIn, so I do have a professional headshot, a professional about me summary, and my added certifications. So once again, I do want to reiterate the importance of being dedicated. Like I said, I did wake up every morning applying to jobs. During my lunch break, I was studying my interview questions, and once I was off, I was always revamping my resume. The purpose of my page is simply making it as simple as possible for you guys. I don't want you guys to feel overwhelmed and feel like you can't do it because it is indeed possible. Also, if you don't know God, you need to go find him because anything is possible with him. Good luck, y'all.
Thank you so much for getting to the end of the video. I actually have a saying that life is 60% work, 90% cleaning. So if you are going to be working for as long as possible, it's highly unlikely that you will retire young. So let's make our careers as fun and as stress-free as possible, which is why this video is one of the first videos in a much longer series where we explore Black girls at work, what it's like, and how to upgrade your career and your salary and your entire financial life. So make sure you like, comment, and subscribe for more videos.